Yeah, it's a little slightly longer because I'm a little... Oh, I'm trying not to yell. It's 11 at night when I'm recording this. I'm trying not to yell. Stanley's daughter says, "No one could have treated my father worse than Marvel and Disney executives." Now, this is coming to us from CNBC, so apparently Disney doesn't own everything on the planet. And they can't control the narrative on this one, and they can't buy people's silence like they can buy people's movie tickets, allegedly. Allegedly. Now we've got that little whistleblower story that's been going around and actually making real news as well. Is actually in the legit news as well. And so is this one. Disney. What did I say? What have I been saying for years? Disney has always been the evil empire. Always been the evil empire, in my opinion. And this just further validates and justifies my gut instinct. And yeah, it's not normal for a 10-year-old kid in like 1989, especially a girl, especially in the age of The Little Mermaid, to say, no, Disney's kind of just after people's money. I don't think they actually care. And that's clearly what they've been doing. They've been McDonaldization of pop culture is what I call it. They've been doing that. They've been cranking out these movies like they're fast food on an assembly line and shoveling it in our American pie holes and everywhere else too, right? The whole planet, they've been doing that. And is it no wonder that a company that treats its fans the way it's been treating us? And you know, because you've been watching me for the past year, you know I've talked about these articles where Disney has no respect for us. Of course they don't have respect for legendary, visionaire, storyteller Stan Lee. While many fans have railed behind Disney in the wake of reports that talks had broken down between the company and Sony's over the future of Spider-Man films, at least one person is standing behind Sony, Stan Lee's daughter. In a statement to TMZ, Joan Lee said Marvel and Disney need to be checked and balanced as they seek total control of her father's creations. Whether it's Sony or someone else's, the continued evolution of Stan's characters and his legacy deserves multiple points of view. She said, while legendary comic book writer Lee created the Spider-Man character for Marvel Comics in the 1960s, Sony has owned the film rights to the character for about 2 decades. So, and that's the thing, they only own the film rights. So what we can do is just say, screw your films, if they really, and that sucks, because I love Tom Holland as Spider-Man, I really do, and I like the most recent Spider-Man movies. And I know not everybody, like if you're hardcore comics fans, a lot of those people don't really love them, and I know they're kind of, it's the same story over and over again, kind of, where, okay, now he's back in high school again. But I enjoy them for what they are, and I watched the reruns of the 60s Spider-Man cartoons, was it 60s or 70s, in the 80s when I was a kid. And I've always said that Spider-Man is Marvel's big gun superhero, right? You've got Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman over on DC, and then you got Spider-Man over on Marvel that the normies are going to remember and know. People who just know a couple of comic book characters, they're going to know the iconic ones, and Spider-Man is iconic. He's the big one. This is what really makes me say, shame on you, Disney, though. Shame on you, Disney and Marvel. When my father died, no one from Marvel or Disney reached out to me, Lee said. From day one, they have commoditized my father's work and never shown him or his legacy any respect or decency. In the end, no one could have treated my father worse than Marvel or Disney executives. Representatives for Disney did not immediately respond to CNBC's request for comment. Yeah, this is real news. This is coming from CNBC. This is like news that people actually still, for the most part, the laymen, the normies, they're going to trust this and they're going to see this. This is not good for Disney. Between this and the whistleblower and all of these other, just every single one of these, right? Let me see if I can pull that up real quick here for you guys. The actual official Disney whistleblower news. Yeah, no, this one's coming from Deadline. This is coming from Deadline. Oh, and it wants to redirect me. Deadline's articles are terrible too. 4, 3, 2. Yeah. We're great. That's my problem with this stuff. Is now it's finally. We've been saying this stuff for a while that Disney might not be what they claim to be. Now this is making real news. Like Deadline, the Disney accountant files SEC claims, and allegedly the books were cooked. Right, or alleges that the books are cooked. I got it on my other monitor. Let me read the title again. Ex-Disney accountant files SEC claims alleging books were cooked. Dash report. All right. Deadline, if you cropped your articles correctly, I wouldn't have to resize everything. Do what CNBC does. Put it in the little thing. Straight line, so I don't have to recrop. Updated with a company statement. Ooh, we got a company statement. A former financial analyst at Disney has alleged in the SEC whistleblower filings that the media giant routinely overstated its revenue, according to a report in business website MarketWatch, which I did a video of that, and thank you guys so much for watching that. Please thumbs up if you love these, because YouTube is killing us all lately. Thumbs up, share, hit the share button on the thing, the little share to Twitter, Reddit, everywhere, everywhere. Please. And I have Patreon too if you do enjoy these. Sandra Kuba, who worked for 18 years in Disney's revenue operations unit before being fired in 2017, said in the filings reviewed by MarketWatch the company revenue was overreported by as much as $6 billion in a single year. That is not surprising to me. Not surprising at all once we see all of the and I know you guys have seen it with every video. Data Racer pulled up tweet after tweet after tweet from people like the quartering has shown this, right? About people saying, yes, 25 sold out tickets, or 25 tickets sold, nobody is refunding them, and nobody's watching Captain Marvel. We keep hearing stuff like this, you know? We keep hearing, oh yeah, nobody wants a Lion King movie, nobody wants this movie or that movie. Is it so unreasonable to kind of jump to that conclusion? And now this is just my editorial. This is me jumping to a conclusion. So I'm not saying one way or another exactly, but I'm saying as your average normie, I would hear this and I would think, oh, gee, you probably bought your own movie tickets, because I don't know anybody who went to see these. Now this is all stuff we've already covered, but the point is that this is going into the mainstream, and that when you have people who are like so disrespected, Disney doesn't care about these properties. Hell, Sony doesn't care about these properties. Sony, keep in mind, when we're doing the blame Sony, blame Disney, they're both terrible. They're both like, they've both thrown punches and they've both done a lot to ruin this. Right? Did we forget the Amazing Spider-Man? I did, because I skipped them. I didn't want to see them because I had already seen the Sam Raimi ones. Oh yeah, and the Sam Raimi ones started tanking too. So here's the thing. Maybe it's time we moved on from Spider-Man and just let him be a video game character. You know, they seem to get those right. Maybe it's time we should let some of these characters die if they're not going to treat them with respect. You know, and I hate saying that. That just means we don't go and see the movies. And I know I'm that way too. I'm very much but I want to go see it. I want to see what's going on. I want to see. And if it's a character I really like Spider-Man, it's hard to say no, right? Like, it's easier for me to say no to some of these other characters. But yeah, shame on you, Disney. Shame on you, Sony, too. Even though I think I'm standing a little closer to Sony's side on this one, just because I am so anti-Disney. You have no idea. And I have confidence that Spider-Man is one of those characters who can stand on his own without the MCU. The MCU cannot stand on its own without Spider-Man at this point. We've lost everybody else good, except for maybe Doctor Strange and the Guardians. And there's some messes there with Thor going on, but yeah, MCU needs Spider-Man too. So the only people who lose is us, as the fans. Shame on you, Disney. Shame on you, Sony, too. I am MechaRandom42, and I will see you on the next video, live stream, or wherever. Bye! Thanks for watching! If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!